Hey guys, welcome in second part of image upload. In last lecture we have implemented post endpoint on a server to receive a request with the image, and on the front end we have implemented input with a button to upload the image to a server. So now when we are selecting here file, we can click here upload and we are sending post request to our endpoint. It's failing for now, here is a debugger. And that's completely fine, but important part here that we are sending our file. Now we need to process this file, we need to set up Cloudinary, and we need to upload this image on the Cloudinary. So let's go ahead. Alright, first of all, we'll go to our terminals, we will verify that both of your servers are running. And before we will start implementing anything, we will need to install here a package. So please run here npm install multer package --save. Okay, let's press enter. This should take just a couple of seconds. Okay, and actually we can continue, we can run it after. Oh, okay, it's already restarted, so npm run dev. Okay, so we have installed multer package, and multer package is used for handling of the images. Okay, so I will first start implementing code to handle this image, and for this we need to go to our server folder. So please, we can close our upload.js and we can go to our server. And about our endpoint, I will start creating implementation for this. Alright, so first we'll import here multer. So let's write here const multer require multer. Okay, and multer, what we will do is basically serving as a middleware that will handle your request. It will extract the image, it can provide some additional features about the image, it can process the image, and it can store it also. Okay, so we have a multer, and first we need to create a storage object. Okay, and all of this, guys, is explained in a documentation of multer. It's not something that you really just come up in your mind with. Okay, you need to really study documentation to get all of these informations, and I'll try to explain it to you as best as I can. So to store an image, we need to create a storage. Alright, and you will use your function memory storage because we would like to just store the image temporarily into memory of the multer. So memory storage here, and we will create here upload object like this. Okay, and here you will call a multer, and you will provide your configuration object in which you will provide your storage like this. And also we can provide your optional file filter function, and in the file filter function we'll specify it as a normal function. You will specify a request you are getting. When you are sending a request to a server, you will get here a file. This will be automatically extracted for you, and you are getting here also callback. What you want to do here, you want to check if your file is valid. You can perform here a different operation. You can check here for a size of the image. You can check here for a extension of the image. And what we will do in this case, we'll check for extension. I will create here a variable. I will call it allowed formats. All right, and we'll create here array, and we will check here for a format image/jpeg. We'll check here for image/png, and we will check here for image JPEG. Okay, so image JPG like this. All right, in our file filter will be executed where we'll be sending a request with our uploaded image or with the image we want to upload. All right, and we will check if this image has a correct format. So I will check here if allowed formats includes format of the image we want to upload, so file, and we will check for a MIME type. If it's correct, if this format is included in allowed format, we can proceed. We will call here a callback function. All right, and we'll provide here null for an error, and also true that we can pass this image to the next handler. Otherwise, if this will not pass, we will simply call here callback with the error. We can write here error, new error, and error message will be, let's say, not supported file type. All right, and then we'll provide here false that we cannot pass this, we cannot accept this image. All right, so we have here upload object, and now we can provide here function that will handle this image. So let's write here const single upload like this, and you will use here upload and a function called single. This will handle only one image at a time. Okay, so single, and you will specify here image. This will let know to multer that you are providing your image on the request object under image key on the form data. It is very important to specify your image because that's how we are specifying how we are formatting our data on the client. So when you will go to your client to upload .js, you see we are appending to form data image. So multer will know that it has to check for image on form data, and that's why we are providing here this upload single image. And since we are sending only one image, we are using here function single. This will handle only single image. All right, so we have here a single upload, and we will create here our custom middleware, or we can call it controller single upload CTRL for a controller, and this will be handle function, and we'll get here a request, a response, and the next function. All right, we'll use here a single upload function we have specified here, and we will provide to this function a request, a response, and also if this will be executed, we'll get into handle function. Okay, so I'll specify here arrow function. In this arrow function, the callback function, you can receive an error. If something went wrong, you will receive here error, and in such a case, you'll just simply write here, if we have an error, just write me here return response.status of 422. All right, and let's send me here message image upload fail, image upload fail. In other case, just simply call here next, and this will pass this request to the next handler. Okay, so we have here a controller. We will very shortly recap this, and we will provide this controller to our post request like this. All right, so what's happening? As soon as we are sending request, we are sending post request to our endpoint here. This will be handled first by this single upload controller. This will get into a single upload controller in which we will receive this request and the response we are receiving here, and we will provide this request and a response object into single upload function. Single upload function is created from upload.single from our multer upload method. All right, where we are specifying that we would like to handle images in memory storage, so that they will be stored in a memory of our server just for a time period while we are uploading an image. Okay, so we are storing them temporarily into a memory, and we are running on each of the image, we are running file filter. So we are checking if our file is a correct type. If a file is a correct type, then we are proceeding with a callback here, where we are passing null for an error and a true that we can accept the image. Otherwise, we are getting error and we are not accepting the image. After callback will be executed, this will execute this callback function here. After this callback function is executed, we can receive here error. If we have an error, just simply send a response to the clients in the browser that, yeah, something went wrong and we cannot upload the image. Otherwise, execute me here next. Next, we'll execute next function handler, which after middleware is this function here. So this will be executed next. And multer will do also one other thing. If this is successfully run, we'll get here request.file. So now we should have here on the request.file our file we want to upload. So I will just console log here request.file, and that's it. Alright guys, before we'll test it, we will rerun our node server. So please save everything, make sure your code is all right here. You can verify your code with my GitHub repository. There is everything specified. You can also find a link in the description. So now we can continue. You can go to your terminals. Please go to your node server, shut it down, and let's run here node index.js to run it again with a new code. Now we can go to our browsers and we can try to upload the image. Okay, it should still fail. I can tell you that now it should still fail, but in a console log, in our terminal, we should see our file we want to upload. So let's choose here file. Doesn't really matter which file. Let's upload this. Okay, let's continue. And let's see a terminal. In a terminal, you should see your file. So this is a file you want to update. A very important part here, as you can see, is a buffer. Buffer is type of a buffer where your image is a sequence of bytes. Okay, so you have here a lot of bytes, and that's actually a problem. when we want to update our image to a Cloudinary service, we need to have a base64 image. So we need to transform this buffer into base64 image, and then we can upload it to a Cloudinary. So now we need to prepare a solution to transform buffer into base64. If you're not seeing this console log here, this is of course coming from here, you have some issue probably in these lines up here, so please verify them. Alright, so now we have here a file, we need to transform it into base64, and for this we'll use a data URI package. Alright, so one more time, back to terminals, we need to install one more package. I will shut this down, npm install --save, and let's install here data URI. So data URI, let's press enter. This will take again just a couple of seconds. And after that we can continue. Actually, we don't need to continue here because we need to rerun our server anyway, so it can stay shut down. We can go to our coding editors, and we can prepare a very simple function to transform buffer into base64. So again, I will continue writing here. Later we will separate it into files. Alright, so let's write here const. Let's import here data URI parser, like this, data URI parser, and let's require it from a data URI / parser. Okay, we have a parser. I will also import here path. Path is a natively available in an Node.js environment, so you don't need to install it. So simply import path, require path. All right, oops. Path, and also we need to create here a parser instance. So just simply create here a variable called parser, and let's assign here. So let's initialize here new data URI parser. So we will create a new instance of a data URI parser. Now I will create your function. I will call this function data URI, or we can call it format or a transform, or let's call it transform or format. Let's say buffer to 64. All right. Okay, this will be our function name, where we'll receive our file. So this will be this request file we are consoling log out here. Okay, so I'm expecting to receive here a file. Since this is arrow function, we can really omit these brackets here. And we'll use your function. We can write also on a new line, if it's more visible for you. Function parser dot format, where you need to provide two values. You need to provide the first value of a file extension you want to transform, and the second value will be the buffer. Okay? So first extension, we can get extension from a file we are receiving here. You can simply extract it like this. Let's write here as a first value path. So that's why we are using here this path object. And the path object, we have a function name xname. Okay, it's a method. And to this method, you will provide your file name, or simply a string. And this will be file.original. This should be .file.original name, original. Make sure you don't have any typos here. Original name, like this, file.original name. So what this do here, path.xname, file original name. So basically, when your file name is for example, let's say image.png, and you will provide this into a path.xname. Okay, like this. Okay, this will transform it. Okay, so result of this will be just a PNG. Okay, so you will get an extension of this file. Okay, and that's what we need to provide to format function. So let's use your function xname, original name, and the second value is your buffer. And actually, you need to transform it also to a string. So let's write here also to string. I hope I don't have here any issues. Let me verify it one more time. So I'm sure I'm not making here any issue, and it should be to string. Okay, so path xname, providing here file to string. Yeah, that should be now it should be correct. All right, second value is our buffer. So file buffer, like this. All right, so we have our function format buffer to 64, and now we can use this function. So simply down here, we don't need to console log this out. We will create your variable. We'll call it file 64, where we'll call function format buffer to 64, and we'll provide here our file from a request we are receiving here. So request.file, and now we can just console log out here file 64. Let's hope it will work now. All right, so let's save this, please, and let's go back to our terminals first. All right, so terminal here, and let's rerun this. Of course, no index.js, no issues should be here. Let's go back to our browsers, and now we'll try to upload it. Okay, so I'll refresh this. Actually, you don't need to refresh, but okay, it's just a habit. Let's choose your file. So let's say again this one. Let's click here, upload. Let's see network. Actually, we don't need to see network because this will still fail. No worry about this. Okay, let's forward this. It should be still failing. Or actually, okay, in this case, my mistake. It shouldn't be failing because now we have a request.file, so it should be actually all right. But in a terminal, what we are interested in is our file. So now you don't have any longer buffer, but you have this long base64 string of your image, and it's super long. So that's your representation of your image as a string. File type, MIME type, content, and that's your image. Okay, it's a little bit lagging because it takes a lot of space. All right, so I'll shut this down so I can clear it out. Okay, we don't need to console log it out. All right, so let's run it again. Note index.js, and we will remove this console log. If you don't see this console log here of your file, you have probably issues somewhere in these lines. All right, so we have our file 64, and guys, we are almost done with the image upload. So what we need to do now actually is to get this file 64 and it's to provide it into Cloudinary. Okay, so we need to provide some Cloudinary functions. So for this, we need to install new package again. All right, so let's go to terminal, shut down our node server, and let's run here npm install save Cloudinary. Okay, and Cloudinary is just a service where we can upload images, and it's provided storage for images, files, and different types of the files. Okay, so we have a Cloudinary package. All right, and now we can start integrating it. Okay, so let's go back to our index.js, and once again, let's specify it in the same file so everything is nicely together. Later we will separate it. And let's import Cloudinary first. So Cloudinary require from a Cloudinary. All right, and you want to use here Cloudinary version 2. So let's write here .v2. All right, and you will provide your Cloudinary config. Okay, to Cloudinary config, you will provide an object, your configuration object, and you need to specify here 3 values: cloud name, cloud_name. Okay, let's provide your empty string for now, and let's verify you're providing your correct keys here. So cloud name, API_key, empty string, and API_secret. API_secret, and verify one more time how you are providing this. Okay, let's leave it for a second because we need to register for a Cloudinary for this to get these informations. So let's write here first const function will code, let's call it Cloudinary upload. This will be actually a function that will take the file and it will upload it to a Cloudinary. So I will receive your file and I will simply call here Cloudinary dot uploader dot upload dot not dot, but just call it the function upload and a file, and this integration of the Cloudinary will handle it, and depending on this information in the Cloudinary config, it will upload this file into a correct cloud. Okay, but now of course we need to specify here these values, and for this we need to register for a Cloudinary. Cloudinary is free, that's why I choose it. So let's go to our browsers here and let's search here for a Cloudinary. All right, cloudinary.com, and you need to first register for it. Okay, so sign up is for free. You don't need to provide any credit card details. So go ahead, please. I am already registered. So go ahead, register yourself, confirm your email address, and after you are ready, we can log in together. All right, so I suppose you're ready. I will click here login and I will provide here my informations. Okay, and never share your credentials, your Cloudinary credential with anyone. Okay, so let's type your password, sign in, And it will be presented in a Cloudinary dashboard where Cloudinary already generated for you here a cloud name, API key, API secret. If you are not seeing it yet, maybe initially you don't have here these details, you are for sure prompted to create your cloud here. So somewhere here you will have to choose free plan, and you will create your cloud, and there you just basically choose a free plan and your cloud name, and that's basically it. And this will create these details for you, where you will have a cloud name, API key, and API secret. These informations are very important, and never share it with anyone. Actually, cloud name and API key is quite okay, but API secret never share. Alright, so now we need to specify these informations to Cloudinary config. For this, let's go back to our config editors. And in your file and in your folder here, in a base folder, you can find here .env file. If you are not seeing here .env file, please create .env file here. Okay, I will now open it. Okay, and from previous lectures, you should see here also your configuration for a Gmail and for your email account and so on. I have removed it before, so it's empty for me because we are not handling the register functionality anymore, so I don't want to share my email credentials with you. So here we'll specify these Cloudinary informations. So I'll specify here Cloudinary underscore name, all right, equal sign. We'll continue 2 more times, and we'll specify here also Cloudinary key. So Cloudinary underscore key, or we can call it Cloudinary underscore API underscore key. I think that's more reasonable, all right, more descriptive. And the third one will be Cloudinary underscore API underscore secret. All right, now we need to specify values. So let's go to our Cloudinary. Let's get here cloud name. Okay, let's specify here name, Cloudinary API key, let's get it. All right, and a Cloudinary API secret, so I will copy this to clipboard. As you can see, it's not sharing here even. You can reveal it, all right? But okay, we don't need to. Just let's copy it and let's provide your API secret. One more time, never ever share this API secret with anyone. I will share it with you now, okay? Because I will change my Cloudinary account after. I will remove this cloud. Alright, so here is this API secret, and also verify that if you have here git ignore and you are planning to push your code to GitHub repository, that you are hiding this env file. So here you should have a .env in your git ignore file. Alright, so we have our env specified for a Cloudinary, so now we should be able to receive these values here. So let's specify your cloud name, and cloud name you can get a value from a process.env, and we specified here Cloudinary name. So let's copy it. Let's copy paste it 2 more times. So API key and API secret. So API key, I will copy it. Cloudinary API key here, and Cloudinary API secret here. API secret. Perfect. All right. So now we are configuring Cloudinary to point to our cloud. All right, to our API. And now we can use your function Cloudinary upload, which should upload image to Cloudinary, and we should be done. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so we have a file base64. I will write here simply Cloudinary upload. So Cloudinary upload. Let's execute here, and let's provide here our base64 image. So file 64. And actually, you don't want to provide a whole image object, you just want to provide a content, because content contains this base64 string. So file 64, and let's access here content like this. All right, and this is an asynchronous function, so I will synchronize it with the await. So now we need to use your async. So let's write your async in front of this function. And simply as a result, you will get here upload result, on which you will get some information from a Cloudinary. So let's specify here a new variable. Let's call it upload result, and let's assign here your result of your upload process from a Cloudinary upload. All right, so on a Cloudinary upload, you will receive the ID of the image you're uploading, and also your upload result secure URL. Okay, so here is our upload result. I'll send here a response to our client. So we will not send here a message with a array, but I will send here some information about our image. So I'll send here Cloudinary ID, which will be our upload result. And this will be our public ID, actually, so public underscore ID, a bit visible. And the second key will be URL, all right, and this will be our upload result, and this will be secure URL. All right, guys, and that should be it. So now we should be able to upload our images to our Cloudinary cloud. Okay, so guys, please save this, and let's go to our terminals. We need to restart our server. So in a server folder, let's run here node index.js. It's running on localhost 3001. Let's open our browsers. Okay, let's see our localhost 3000, upload. Let's choose your file, clear it out, choose a file here. And maybe we'll get here now error. So let's upload and let's continue debugger, and you should see here, probably, maybe not, you should see here error. Okay, there is no response here, there is empty object we are getting here, but something definitely went wrong and there is no issue here as well. And so how to debug this would be to simply assume that where we could do a most common issue. We know that our file 64 is successfully created here. We are getting here file 64 in a content. So most recently we have created Cloudinary. In a Cloudinary we have just imported and we provided config. So I suppose somewhere in our process.env our environment variables are wrongly set because this function looks okay. So to verify this assumption, I will just console log this information. So simply up here, doesn't really matter, I can just console log here. Console log here process.env Cloudinary name, and let's go to our terminals. I will shut this down, I will run it again, and you can see it's undefined. And it's undefined for one simple reason. It's undefined because I'm running it from inside of a server folder. I'm running my index.js file. But my environment file is defined in my root folder of my directory. So that's why we don't see these environment variables here. So simply think what you need to do. You need to run your server from inside of your root folder. Just simply go to your root folder, to next YouTube, or your folder name, whatever it's called. And yeah, you should have here your .env file. So let's run your server like this, node space server and index.js. And when your file name is called index.js, you just need to simply specify here server, and this will run your server. And you can see I have here already my environment variable specified correctly. All right, so now we know that this will work, and I will remove this console log I have written here. So I will remove it and I will run it again, just to get rid of this console log. So node server or node server / index.js to run your server from inside of your root folder. Okay, now it should work. So yeah, I will clear it out. I will clear a network tab and I will choose our file. So for example, this javascript.jpeg. Let's click here upload. Let's continue. And yeah, looks like it was uploaded. You can see here image upload. Here we have a response Cloudinary ID, and here is a URL of our image. So I can simply copy it, and you will see it will be uploaded. Yeah, here it is on a Cloudinary. All right, and when I will go to Cloudinary account, I will refresh here. You should see here this image recently was uploaded here. Let me find it, image videos. Somewhere here should be recent upload or something like this. I don't see it here right now. Media library maybe. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, there is the latest image here, and there's ID there is specified and also URL. All right, so yeah, our image is uploaded, but of course we are not informing our users anyhow that it was successfully uploaded. We are not displaying here any image, and we are also not storing our image in any database. We are just storing it in our Cloudinary cloud. So just to inform user that we are displaying this image, we could simply create here a very simple image gallery for now. Okay, let's do it. Let's go back to our coding editors. And let's see our pages upload. So what I am planning to do first, I will remove this debugger. We are receiving here this uploaded image. So simply when we will receive uploaded image, we will push it to array of images. So up here, I will create a new state. I will call it simply images, and function to set a state, I will call set images. And when image is uploaded, I will push it into this state in images. Okay, so I will call here simply set images. I will destructurize here all of the previous images, and I will get here a new one, what we are uploading here, so uploaded image here. Alright, so now we should have here correctly images. We can iterate over them and we can display them. So we can do it down here. So under this div here, I'll write here a new div. Let's specify here some class name from a bootstrap. So we will specify here row. Alright, text dash center, so dash nicely centered, and also text dash LG dash left, so it will be large text. Alright. And here I will iterate over these images. So right here, curly brackets, images.map. I will map over the image. Perfect. We'll make here some more spacing. All right, amazing. And now we can write here our element we would like to display. So div, closing div. Let's specify again class name. This will be column. Let's say call LG3. So we'll display 3 images per row, or we can display 4 images, or rather 3. Okay, so I'll specify here call MD3, so it will be for medium images. Yeah, let's leave it here, call MD3. You will see that we'll display 4 columns per row. Okay, so instead of this, I will specify a element. It will be actual link to the image. All right, and instead of the a element will be image itself, and this can be self-closing like this. All right, so a element, when we are iterating over our images, don't forget we need to specify here a key attribute, and key will be image dot what we are sending back. We are sending back ID, but how we are calling it? So I will scroll down here, Cloudinary ID. Okay, so we are getting here Cloudinary ID, so I can use as a key Cloudinary ID. All right, in a H element, we'll provide URL we would like to navigate to. Okay, this will be image.url, I guess. So that's how we're specifying. Yes, URL. All right, and I will open this image on a new tab. When you want to open a new tab in a browser, you just simply specify here _blank, blank, target. And yeah, we'll specify here some class names as well. So maybe I can format it like this, target, href, and here will be class name, and it will be d-block. All right, mb margin bottom 4, and also we'll specify here height will be 100%. So height dash 100. This is all of the Bootstrap classes. So you need to read Bootstrap documentation to learn more about them. All right, so this is for a element. Now for image, again, some class names. This will be image-fluid. It will be responsive image and image-thumbnail. All right, and src of this image. So we are displaying actually something image.url. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. So let's save this. Let's hope we didn't make any issues here. Let's save. Let's go back to our browsers. Okay, and I can read property map of undefined. Okay, that's actually fine because our map is initially empty array. So we'll do this. Okay, so we will set here images to be empty array initially. Okay, now it's fine. All right, and yeah, let's choose here a file. So let's say this, some other image, node JPEG, upload, and after it's uploaded, it should be displayed here. When I click on it, it's open in a new tab. All right, so I can upload multiple images. So I'll choose the other image. Let's say this one, upload, and it's uploaded, and I can go here. All right, of course, you can create here multiple functionalities. Maybe you want to display here a progress bar, display a status of your image, how it's being uploaded. Maybe you would like to crop your image before you will upload the image to the server or to Cloudinary, and so on. So actually, I have an extensive course for this, focusing on React, Node, and an Angular framework, and I'm explaining there also image upload, my Cloudinary, also cropping feature I am explaining there, and lots of other smaller stuff I'm not gonna cover here because it's really not necessary. So if you want, you can just follow the link in the description to follow my Eincode lectures. We'll be more than grateful if you would just at least check it out. And yeah, we can continue with small improvements. Okay, so let's go back to our coding editors, and one improvement would be, let's see our server here. Maybe we can check for images here, and we can separate rendering to a separate function. Okay, so I will create your function. I will call it display images, const display images or render images, up to you. This will be empty arrow function, why not? And let's copy here content of the iteration here. So I'll copy this entire content to a normal bracket here. I will pass it here. Okay, so this function will be responsible for displaying of our images. And simply here, I will show you one trick. I will remove all of this here, and I will check here. I will check here if I have images. Okay, so if I have images, question mark, then render me, let's call me here display images to display images. Otherwise, go with the message, there are no images or something like this. All right, and set smile. Okay, so now we don't have any images. There will be no display here. Okay, so now even though I will not have any initial array here, for example, let's say my images for some reason will be undefined, so I will remove this empty array here. Will not display error as before, but will display there are no images and set smile. Okay, so that's just a small trick for you. Alright guys, so actually our image upload functionality is done. We can upload images to Cloudinary, we can display them after they are uploaded. I would like to create one more lecture for you. So we will create a separate page where we'll display our image gallery. So I will create some persistent image feature. So we will persist also our images in our local database, so then we can display them and we are not getting rid of them after we are refreshing a page. Of course, we are still having these images here, but it's better to keep track of these images in our local database. Because then if we would like to get here images, we would always have to query Cloudinary. And instead of querying Cloudinary, I would like to query my database, my server, to fetch the images. Alright guys, so main functionality is done. In next lecture we'll do small improvements and we will move some functionalities to other files and we will create this persistent storage for our images. So guys, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!